Alright, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to go through our daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. Today was a strange one. I want to look at the Bitcoin miner big board and then take a look at the Bitcoin charts, and then we'll look at a few Bitcoin miners in specific. So we talk about the miners all the time on this channel, and if that's content you're interested in, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody would do us a big favor and smash the like button, that helps out the channel a lot. We really appreciate it. And lastly, you will see in the pinned comment a link to our free Discord. So you're welcome to come over there and join us. So as always, you'll see an orange line where Bitcoin was when the market last closed, which was on Friday. So on Friday at the equity market close, Bitcoin was at 29,538. So I wanted to start with Bitcoin today because I want to show you, since the equities closed on Friday, Bitcoin is up 6.5%. And most of that was a giant move that it made last night. So the momentum for Bitcoin is definitely up. It is still inside of our very tight trading range. So that is a factor. We'll talk more about that later. You're going to see this is mostly red. Yes, there's a little bit of green splashed throughout here as well, but this is a fairly down day for such a massive move to the upside in Bitcoin. CORZ Scientific is down 7.5%, and it was actually much worse than that for a lot of the day. And I believe the market just closed, so what you're looking at right now are the final numbers on the day for the Bitcoin miners. So you can see in general a down day, obviously a mixed bag, and that kind of reflects the fact that we are stuck inside of a trading range. So not one of these Bitcoin miners was up 6.5%. So every single one of these performed worse than Bitcoin. Some of them were way down as Bitcoin was way up. So this is another day where Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners are not acting the same. People are much more panicked about the Bitcoin miners than they are about Bitcoin. And I think, in my opinion, the bottom has snuck up on us on Bitcoin. I think that as you look at these charts, you're going to see that it's very possible we've already put a bottom in, and we are actually moving fairly healthy in the right direction. Most of you probably disagree that the bottom is in, or many of you probably disagree. So obviously I can't say that with certainty, and this is not financial advice, but I am going to show you a series of charts to show you I think the bottom is in. We've made some actual real progress on Bitcoin over the last few weeks, but nobody believes it. And the miners are now absolutely being priced in as if they are going out of business. At a bare minimum, they're being priced in for a severe crypto winter. And to me, as I look at these, I think that they are oversold. Even in a crypto winter, there will be some winners and some losers, but right now, pretty much everything is being priced in as a loser. Okay, so here's Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. This just is a little bit zoomed out to allow you to see that basically here we closed Friday, and Friday and Saturday, and most of the day Sunday, we were pretty much sideways. It has now been since May 28th, and today is June 6th. So that is over a week. We have not really gotten anywhere near this line. We have not retested this bottom, and this is the bottom of our range, and we are still stuck in the middle of this range. However, we have come off of the bottom for the first time, and then you can see obviously Sunday evening there was a very large move back to the upside. Now we have not retested this high, so we'd like to see a series of higher highs, and so obviously even with this big run up, we have not yet done that. This was 32,300-ish, so we need to get above that to really confirm that we've got some momentum to the upside. So that's the first step that I would say we need to take to confirm this upward momentum. We've been trying to get to 33,000 for months, and it just has not happened yet. So we're going to see if we can take another run at this, or if we're going to run out of steam yet again. Okay, so this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. I have added one new trend line, and it is a little bit premature, but I want to take a look at it anyway. We've had this descending wedge that we were in for about 3 weeks, and that pattern played out nicely, and it broke to the upside. So I believe we're out of that pattern. So if I zoom in, you'll see that back on May 26th, we candle wicked below our line of support at 28.8 and hit about 27.7. Since then, we've had a nice strong line of support, an ascending line here. Whereas all of these days for 3 weeks in a row, we were on the line at 28,800. We are no longer near that line. Now, having said that, obviously we can't eliminate, we could be back there tomorrow. We just a few days ago had a giant red candle. That's all it would take is one bad day to retest this line. So it's certainly not out of the question. I know I've been saying this in almost every video, but because we're stuck in such an unbelievably tight range, there's really nothing that's off the table right now. So we could easily retest this low at 28.8. We could possibly retest this low down here at near 25,000, where we flash crashed down to on May 12th. But that is coming up on a month ago, and we have not gotten anywhere near that since. Every day that passes, it gets less likely that we retest this 25,000 65,000 in my opinion. So again, I want to reiterate, this is some technical analysis and this is more of an art than a science. There's a lot of things that influence the price of Bitcoin, some of which are totally outside of the realm of Bitcoin and are world events. So you never know, anything could happen. We could definitely retest one of these lows, but right now we definitely have some upward momentum. So again, the first thing that we would need to do to confirm this upward momentum is take out this previous high from about a week ago in the low 32,000s. And what we would really need to do is take out this line right here, which is about 33,000. So you can see the last time we were there was May 9th. So that was almost 1 month ago. We had a giant red candle that took this line out. We have not been anywhere near it since then. So if we could get back above this 33,000, that would be a giant confirmation that we're moving in the right direction. Okay, so here we go again. This is the daily RSI, and you're going to see we are now back up. We're at 51. So we had 2 days last week where we were at 51, and then we really basically got rejected from this line at 50. So I like to say good things happen over 50 on the daily RSI. We almost got there. We got rejected last week. We're all the way back there right now. So sitting at 51 today, this is going to be another key situation. Can we break above this and start to make a run, or are we going to get rejected again here? So the next 24 to 48 hours are crucial. What we're looking for is one of these runs. This was the last couple of weeks in March, and as soon as we got above 50, Bitcoin made a gigantic run up to $48,000. So this is what can happen if Bitcoin can get above 50 on the RSI and sustain that and get some upward momentum. You can see we absolutely have not been back there since. We got rejected here on May 4th. It looked like we were there on May 30th. We got to about 51, but really this was yet another rejection, and now we're in the exact same spot again. So all the while stuck in a very small trading range. You'll see these two lines right here. This is the line at 28.8, the red line, which has been solid support on the daily time frame. You'll see this line has basically held up through this entire run, and this has been some massive downward pressure. Remember, we just broke a 9-week streak. However, this line at 33,000 has been resistance, and we actually haven't even really gotten near it. So we're trading in an extremely tight range. This is very, very sideways activity. There is some indication we're starting to move up, and the market clearly is not sensing this or feeling this at all, and this could get rejected. Again, this is not a strong line of support, but it is a trend line, and it's really the only trend line that I can find right now. We're in very neutral territory, as we have been for a frustratingly long time. So I'm going to start on this chart. This is basically the top 7 Bitcoin miners. This chart measures from March 28th, is back when Bitcoin hit $48,000. So if you look at what's happened since then, Bitcoin has pulled back 33%, and you'll see today is a nice green candle. This is an up day. However, in that same period of time, all the rest of these miners have dramatically underperformed Bitcoin's performance. So you'll see at 54% and 57% is Marathon and CleanSpark. So they're kind of in a little grouping. And then Hut and Hive are in a little grouping at down 64%. And then you're going to see Marathon, Riot, and CORZ Scientific are all down 71 or 72% over that 2-month period of time, where Bitcoin is only down 33%. So they're down more than twice as much as Bitcoin. All of these miners are down between 1.5 to 2x what Bitcoin is down in the last 2 months. So this is the underperformance we've all been feeling. Today was an exaggeration of it. Bitcoin literally had a up day, and most of the miners had a down day, and that is not the first time that this has happened. So this is the trend I'm talking about. This is the crypto winter environment that everybody is feeling. Right now, retail investors have abandoned ship. So those of you who are watching, you are the few that are left. And so with that buying pressure out of the market, right now we're looking at a trend where the miners are very oversold, and I don't think that trend is going to stop until we break outside of this very tight trading range that we're in. The majority of people are convinced that we are in a crypto winter scenario, or at least at a bare minimum, an extremely extended bear market. And so these Bitcoin miners have been dropping and dropping and dropping. I don't even think we're going into a crypto winter. I think we're going to find that we're bouncing along the bottom and we've found our footing a little bit here. So that is just my personal opinion. So again, please, this is not financial advice. Don't jump into these just because I think we might be near a bottom. So we went 9 straight weeks in the red with Bitcoin, and even with that, the Bitcoin miners performed much worse. I'm just going to look at one in specific. We have CORZ Scientific. CORZ Scientific has been beaten down worse than all the rest, and you'll see this is a drastic move down really in the last week. Just for CORZ Scientific to get back where it was 1 week ago, it would have to move 56% to the upside. So So that's how drastically this has fallen. If I look at it a little bit bigger picture, and this is on the 1-day time frame, but I'm only zoomed into the last few months. This line right here is January 24th. So Core Scientific hit a new all-time low on January 24th. That line held for the next 3 months. We came close to retesting it in early March, and then we did retest it several days in a row at the end of April. It finally broke in May. So all the way through until May, just 1 month ago, Core Scientific has held this line at $5.86 as support. Core Scientific stock would now have to have a 127% increase in the price of its stock to get back to its previous all-time low. So you can see this one, even more so than the others, has been taken out over the last few months. To get back to where this was on March 22nd, which is now about 2 months and 2 weeks ago, that would be a 273% increase in the price of Core Scientific stock. So obviously this is largely dependent on what happens with Bitcoin, but if Bitcoin were to go on a run, all of a sudden all these stocks that are priced basically for a crypto winter or potentially going out of business could possibly have a very big run. So that is what I'm looking for. There's a risk reward analysis to be done here, so please be careful. And you can see obviously this one's a falling knife. We continue to hit a new all-time low almost every single day. So we'll see how Bitcoin does overnight. I will come back tomorrow with an update to look at Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners and see where we are. So if you made it this far, please remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.